After a shooting at the Frederick Douglass High School in February of 2019, students from Douglass showed up to a hearing at City Hall to share their thoughts about what needed to be done.
Just knowing that we dealt with so much trauma outside of schools, gun violence, homelessness, food insecurities, it just really impacted how we went through life.
Welcome to the annual Healing City Summit. The goal here is to learn about some of the most effective practices that can be replicated and scaled for the benefit of multiple communities. In our first session, you'll hear a bit about some of our homegrown practitioners who have been working in this field for years. In subsequent sessions, advocates, practitioners, and government officials join the discussion to share stories about work that is being done to heal trauma in their communities.
Karen, wanted to just hear from you, sort of why you chose to be part of this and why you feel this kind of work is important.
I began to listen to what our council member was talking about, and it was really exciting. It was an opportunity to weave together some of the work that was happening across Baltimore City into a real focal point and into a movement so that we could make substantive change, not little pockets of change here and there, but bring the players all together and have them focus on this activity, which is critical to every city in America.
Today, I've been blessed to be joined by a wonderful group of panelists who will talk with us about what it means to have healing in education. Can you talk a little bit about what corporal punishment is and how you are addressing it and understanding that children, students, and youth will make mistakes?
Corporal punishment is really about educators and adults responding to what they perceive as inappropriate or misbehavior in order to change that behavior. Hitting children will not change behavior. It may stop the behavior at that particular time, but it does not change behavior.
We've been brought together today to address the legacy of trauma and racism in our cities. Describe the work that you're doing and how you support healing within your respective communities.
With the work of Baltimore Ceasefire 365, we do a few things to help address the pain associated with violence and murder. 4 times a year, we call a ceasefire in the community that people all over the city are asking for 2 things: be peaceful and celebrate life.
After being shot in 2013, I'll never forget turning on the TV in my hospital room and watching senators talk about gun violence as if it was like a political topic or a political issue that they could get to later. In our communities, our voices were being heard last. Our voices of pain and trauma was being heard only to tell stories, but not to inform policy or to fight for change in our communities.
City limits don't limit us, right? We are here to work together as a people, as Black and brown people across the nation, across the world. We have to remember the concept of it takes a village and we are all each other's village.
We have 5 panelists, lots to talk about. I'm going to turn to you, Mary, and for you to tell us a little bit about the work in Rochester.
We in Rochester have had various teams respond to mental health, but we never had anything that would respond as a first responder. We put together the person in crisis team. They are co-dispatched with police. Police go in and clear the scene to make sure that it's safe, and then our PIC team members go in so that they can provide the culturally responsive care that our communities need.
I'm a certified trainer in de-escalation. I'm trained in crisis intervention. Those are things that we're doing a deeper dive to look into here in the city of Cincinnati. I know police are under a lot of pressure. I did it for 33 years, but you get back most of the time what you put out. And if people see you care, they're going to care about the outcome of that interaction.
There was several months of work talking with community, bringing in people who were typically not at the decision-making tables in the halls of power, and making sure that their voices were included in this assessment of what it means to think about different ways of community safety. Through all of these recommendations, came the idea of participatory budgeting, solutions that really treat the root causes and all of the things that can really change the community conditions of our neighbors.
Wonderful, wonderful panels today, just inspiring so much love. We couldn't have asked for better. I really feel like for our cities to move forward, we have to do so together, and we have to learn from each other, and we have to support each other. And none of us has like all the answers, but I think collectively we can really get there. And that means working at the government level, that means working at the advocacy level, that means working in community, and that means us being able to have a conversation with each other.